Thank you, ladies. We'll start off with football. It seems like there is victory for women's football in the United States. The U.S. women's national team has dominated the football world since the beginning of the FIFA Women's World Cup in 1991. They have 4 titles under their name and have been fighting for equal pay to men's national team players. SABC News correspondent Nick Harper joins us from the U.S. in Washington. Thank you so much, Nick, for making time for us. I mean, at the 2019 World Cup in France, chants of equal pay were reverberating non-stop in support of the U.S. women's national team. What is the latest?
That's right, yeah, they've made it part of their ethos, the team campaigning for equal pay for many years now. Really, this has been a 6-year fight for the women's team to be recognised as being equal to the men. You mentioned those chants at the World Cup final in France. I was at the ticker tape parade in New York City after they won that tournament, and there were chants of equal pay from the players as they passed on their floats, but also from members of the public who were there to watch it. They have campaigned and campaigned hard. It's a topic that they've returned to in media interviews, really questioning the whole pay system when it comes not just to soccer but to sport more generally, saying that it just isn't fair that men and women are paid unequally. All of that now changes. This is being heralded as a landmark agreement. The US soccer teams are the first in the world where men and women will be paid equally, and they'll be paid the same prize money when it comes to World Cups. There has been a huge disparity in terms of the prize pool when it comes to World Cups. Just to give you a little example, the women's pool for all of the teams competing was $30 million. The men's pool was $450 million. What the US will now do, they will take what the men receive, take what the women receive, they'll put it into a pot and they'll divide it up equally. It is being called a historic deal that has been agreed by US Soccer.
It truly is a historic deal. So what does the collective bargaining agreement entail then?
Well, it essentially means that things will be divided equally. When it comes to those World Cup winnings, both the men and the women will receive the same. In terms of playing and match appearances and winning bonuses when it comes to high-profile games, both the men and the women will receive the same. There has been this unequal standing between men and women for many, many years, and really that is why the women have railed against it. On top of that, they've been angry because, quite simply, they've been saying, look, we're doing better than the men. The women's team's winning the last 2 World Cups, the men's team not even qualifying for the last Men's World Cup. The women are saying we've been doing a much better job of representing the United States and we should be paid equally. That collective bargaining agreement now splitting things equally so that both men and women receive the same pay for the play that they do on the pitch.
Yeah, which is just. So have you had a chance to speak to some of the members of the national team about the latest developments? How are they feeling? What are the reactions to this historic deal?
Well, they have reacted as you would expect. They are overjoyed with the news. I haven't spoken to them personally, but they have been putting statements out on Twitter. Megan Rapinoe, one of the main proponents for equal pay. Alex Morgan, another one who was part of those World Cup winning teams. Megan Rapinoe saying it was an incredibly proud day. Alex Morgan saying a historic moment for this team. So proud of all the work that has been put in to make this happen. And the defender, Becky Sauenbrunn, has been saying thank you to the women who led this and continue to lead the fight for equal pay across all sports. We've also been hearing from the US soccer president, Cindy Parlow-Cone. She has said that this is a truly historic moment. It's a game changer for US soccer, but she also said that it has the potential to change other sports as well. Her hope is that other sporting federations, not just here in the United States, but around the world, will look at what America has done and create equal pay scales for their national teams as well.
Oh, we can definitely hope. Thank you so much. That was Nick Harper, the SABC News correspondent from the US, talking about the greatest development. It is a historic deal. The men's and women's team will now be compensated equally. In today's